setting up a marketing plan. All right, and I just went through a few slides um, about why how companies today in today's context, you take companies, they struggle with their planning. Companies how they ignore planning, and how companies struggle. We just had discussions, and if companies don't plan, if today proper companies, okay, if you ask most of the companies, the larger companies, they say that we plan, okay. However, if you deeply if you go to it and start studying the process, they're doing it that as a routine or a cultural thing, meaning, my boss did it, I'm doing it. And question, if we ask the question, are you following it, 99% of the answer would be no. We are doing what we are doing every day, because people are extremely busy doing what they are doing, and they have no time to commit themselves for a plan. Say example, if you take a small time businessman, and I'm sure most of you all would have started maybe some are in large scale business now, but most of you all, your operation, it's been working some sort of a plan, method. It has been working, and you are now extremely happy doing what you are doing. Nobody wants to change. Yeah, just for the sake of documentation, yes, you'll drop a plan, but nobody follows it. They say the way we are doing is fine, it's working. Yeah, when it's working, why do you want to reinvent the wheel? That's a very, very common notion. So now this is a challenge that we come across all these entrepreneurs, because they have been used to do they're used to a pattern, and they don't want to change. If larger companies, I have worked in many companies where every year we do planning as ritual, but do we follow? No, we don't. We keep on, we are running after our sales, our numbers, and everyone is see, I'm busy trying to achieve my numbers, my boss is busy trying to achieve the group numbers, and like us, everyone is busy trying to do the day-to-day task, achieving their targets or whatever. So in that journey, we miss something called planning. Okay, since we are missing the planning part of it, we don't know what mistakes we do, the errors to be corrected, or whether we can do much better than this. We are unaware. Now this kind of a little bit of a sad situation. If you are the owner, okay. Last week we discussed this, and we looked at two important aspects. Any planner, it could be an entrepreneur, it could be an engineer, it could be an architect, it could be a doctor, it could be anybody. Everyone should plan. Okay, this we discussed very, very clearly, that everyone should plan, and there are 4 important questions you should be asking when you're planning. Question number 1, where are we now? Where are we now? This question is so important. This question discusses about your current situation, your strengths, your weaknesses, your current environment, what kind of markets you're operating, who are your competitors, what is the economic factors, what are the issues you're going to face, or this, that, and the other. Everything about the current situation, about your company, how many employees do you have, what am I short, what kind of resource I'm short of. Basically, you cover everything. The second thing you looked at is, because it's like this, no. If someone asks you the second one, where do I want to be? My objectives. I want to say, I want to be a 500 million rupee company. Example. Someone points me out, Shazli, you're already a 500 million company. Okay. I know. That's the reason you should know where you are now. You should know whether you are a 500 million company. You should be not a 500 million company to achieve 500 million. Be a 500 million company. So if you're right now, you're a 500 million company, you should target 750 or 1 billion. So you should know where you are before you set your objectives. Then how to go there? The strategies and tactics of achieving this objective. Okay. Once You start putting up a strategies and tactics, which is one of the major parts of a plan. How do you ensure arrival? Meaning, at the end of the journey, you go and you turn back and see whether you have come across that journey. It's very important. Today we run after all our goals, but we have no time to stop, check whether we have achieved few things. Errors. Let's assume you are not achieved. How am I going to change back? How am I going to change? Say you are planning something for 2 years. Make an assumption. You go after this dream. End of the second year, you are checking. Let's assume you have gone wrong. You can't go back and correct. Now, how do you correct that? Maybe every month, every quarter, you check. You break the plan into small pieces. You see whether you have achieved that every month, or that's why we call something like targets. Do you achieving it? Now this is called control. So last week we discussed why planning. Okay, so there's so many reasons. I don't want to go back. Okay, so I'll quickly move on. Now, how do you set up a plan? Okay, now the first thing that you do in a strategic marketing plan or any plan is you set up a corporate mission. Now in an organization, if you do not have a mission, if you don't have a mission, you don't know where you are going. Please understand that. Okay, so I'll just put up what we are going to do now from here onwards. Okay, so you set up a plan according. First, you set up a mission. You set a statement of objectives where you are going to go. Then you try to understand a situation analysis and a SWOT analysis. That is, you try to understand. Now you want to go there, but where are you now? You should know where you are before you go there. Then you set strategies. Then specifically market-specific strategies you set. You implement your plan, and you take feedback and control. Now this is the journey we are going to go from here onwards. Okay, for the next 2 hours we'll be doing this. All right. So while we are doing it, we will look at. We will discuss about few companies, and maybe we'll discuss about some of your businesses. Where they, we can have some discussion, so others can take this as a learning point. All right. Now, what is a mission statement? Now, how many of y'all? Now you all can answer me. Yeah? How many of y'all work apart from while you are doing your side business or whatever entrepreneur thing that you're starting up? How many of y'all work right now in an organization? I don't hear a single voice. Nobody works. I remember last week you guys saying that I work and I'm trying to start this business. Nobody. If you don't answer, I'll make an assumption that you all doing work. Okay, so you all don't work. Fine. So everyone is in business. All right. Now, for business, how many of you have mission statements? Can someone say that my business, I have a mission statement?
I have asked someone to do a write-up for mine recently.
You have asked someone to do a write-up.
A professional write-up. So that's getting worked on.
No, I have a question. You know how my questions come. No, it's a little bit of humor. Humor, you won't get offended, right?
No, I'll take it well.
Sure. Yes. See. I'm supposed to get married to a girl. All right. And I tell my best friend, Machan, can you do it for me?
Okay. No, I know where you're getting at. The reason why I did this, as in I have given the gist of it, but I just wanted worded better.
I want the gist. Can you tell me that? That's all. I
So,
don't need the wordings. I just want to know what is.
right. The gist is basically getting custom jewelry done within your budget with
Mm-hmm.
the best quality ensured. So that, and also that they are exclusive pieces of jewelry. So that's what it was. So
You do
based
silver,
on
right? You do
sil-
silver, right?
silver and gold is on orders. Gold and precious stones is on orders. Silver I have a
Ah,
ready stock.
all right, okay.
So
Just out of curiosity, how much is silver? Just
the
for the knowledge of the others, I'm asking, no?
the
Not for
per
me.
the per gram rate.
That's how it goes, right? How does it go? Gram rate.
My gram rate right now is 185 rupees a gram, but with the alloys you mix and all, it goes on to 210 rupees a gram.
Cheap,
Like,
no. Kilo karam dagan build it.
no, but my
Workmanship is very expensive.
yes, and another thing is the range starts from 3,000 rupees upwards till
I
about
understand. I used to wear silver. I used to wear silver because silver is the only thing that we can wear. I'm sure you
yes,
are aware of it, right?
yes,
And
yes,
then again, I realized you're not supposed to wear jewelry. I removed everything. I don't even wear my wedding ring. That's for a different reason. But
right.
I don't wear anything. I'm sure you've seen me. I don't wear jewelry. Anyways, that's bad for business, no. Anyways, but what I'm saying is, see, most of the companies, when they have mission statement, they go on a very long mission statement. Usually companies should have vision and they should have a mission statement as well. Now why you want to create one? Because everyone is having a mission statement. You also need one, correct? So this is another wrong practice. We need a mission statement to support our
Mm,
journey. Okay.
right.
Now if you look at now I don't have the Coca-Cola's mission statement. They never speak about beverages. They say they want to make the world a happy place. Everywhere there's a smile, there should be Coca-Cola. See how they are looking at it. You understand what I'm saying? They are not, if they uh, as soon as they brand themselves as a beverage manufacturer, they won't be able to do other products. You understand? So as soon as you put your word as jewelry example, jewelry,
Right.
you won't be able to do anything else. If I were you,
Right.
I will use a mission statement like, we will make you look something like, we want to make someone look nice, or
Right.
because why do people wear jewelry?
Hmm.
Let's look at now. I'm not talking to Aru, I'm talking to everyone here. Okay, I'm just taking Aru as the example, because I know she's into jewelry. See, our mission statement too, we want to make people look beautiful, uh, glamorous, or glorious. You find the word. Okay, I'm very bad in English. All right. So this is our mission statement. Now, example, if you take Fawzul Hamid, his mission statement should be making men look more presentable, or making men, or make men look smart, or good, better
Right.
looking. Right. That's what he does. That's what he does. He's not into making good fine clothing. If that's the case, there are enough and more guys. I don't need Fawzul Hamid. You understand?
Hmm.
So our
Right.
dream is to make that man better than Van Heusen, better than Lou Philip, better than Arrow. When you wear those clothes, when you wear my clothes, you should look better. You understand? So I'm sure there are companies like Riddhi. Your one is not Riddhi, right? What is
No,
your
no, no.
company?
Mine is Press of Fine Arts and Jewelry.
So fine. Yeah. So fine.
But
Whatever the name is. So
earlier,
company.
when I started, I had this thing which went under my logo as jewelry you will treasure. That is
Okay.
how it went out. Then I changed it to this because people always thought that it's outsourced and it's bought from abroad and then I'm reselling here. So
No.
just to make it specific.
You have to make.
So
You have to make your own thing. I'm not saying to change it. Huh?
yeah, no, no,
No.
no.
I look like an idiot here. Now, what I'm saying is, no. What you're saying is, as I said, no, you're outsourcing a marriage. My humor started that way, no,
Yes,
because what you're trying to say is, okay. I see our mission is to make people look beautiful, or people, to make people glorious jewelry, or glamorous jewelry, something like that. What you're trying to say here is, I am making, yeah, you want to put that statement. At the same time, your objective is not to sell jewelry. Others are selling. My objective, my mission statement is make you look beautiful. So every time that you want to look beautiful, you come to me. Or the word, I don't know, beautiful or handsome or whatever, you find the right dictionary word in the dictionary. You understand? So
Right.
a lot of companies don't do this. If you look at their mission statement, they are very, very clear about their current stance. If you take an IT company, they say we want to be the best IT company. Tell me, every single idiot in this country wants to be the best. I agree on that. But that's not the true statement. See, there are 4 IT companies. All 4 wants to be the best IT company in the country. Now, where should the customer go? All 4 companies, let's say there are 4 companies in this country selling computers. All 4 statements are, we want to be the best IT company in the country. Okay? Then look at the dilemma. Look at this the where does this customer end up? Okay, where do they end up? This is where the difference of you and another company should come in. In the mission statement, you should always say what you want to do, what you want to give, better than your next competitor, but in a way that you're not blocking your growth. Okay, so that's up to you all. So let's move on. I don't want to waste time pitching on. Just start to explain it. Okay, now mission statement is a statement that an organization aims to achieve through conduct of business, meaning what we are doing. Usually, a mission statement should state what business are we in, the reason for the existence of your organization. The reasons for the existence of your organization should be very clearly told through the mission statement. A good mission statement should be concise, very small, but answer the question, what business are we in? If I ask Arwa, if you say you are in silver business or in jewelry, you are wrong. That means you are flying with all the, or you are just, you are in a boat with another 25 guys who are rowing towards some show. If I was you, if I was Arwa, my answer would be, what means I am in making people look better business. That's I know I'll put in a better way in English. Okay, my business is making people look better. People look sexier. People look glamorous. People look smarter. I am in fashion business. Maybe my fashion is making silver jewelry to make people look nicer. Because there can be another guy also in the same business. No, maybe a clothing guy says, I am in fashion business, but I make people better with clothing. Okay, I'm in bathroom business. Okay, all right, you know that I'm in bathroom business, right?
Yes,
Unfortunately,
yes.
I can't give an answer. If you ask me what business I am in, my mission statement should be, honestly, making people's life easier. Why? If you don't go to the bathroom, what will happen? I say you don't go to the toilet today. What will happen?
That plumbing in the later
Yeah,
end.
your brains won't function, right? Technically, it won't function, right? Because you try to block your bottom part, your upper part will not work. All right. So going to a toilet makes your day very calm, comfortable, and nice. So actually, I am in helping people in making themselves better. Or I can say I'm in the relieving business, or I'm in the removal business, but we don't put that, unfortunately. But there are businesses that you can use smart mission statement. I'm not saying that you should use this. I'm only giving advice or just a thought. The statement of objectives. Remember objectives. Oh, sorry, I'm on the next one. Anyway, the mission statement again. In a mission statement, you have to be extremely careful of what you're saying. But you should state that mission statement in a way that people believe in you. So creating your mission statement is up to you all. Just hold on for a second. Just hold on for a second. Okay, sorry. Now on the mission, then moving on. The second thing you do is you set up objectives. Where do I want to be? This is the first thing you should do after setting up the mission statement. What am I trying to achieve? Understand objectives are part of planning process. Objectives can be monada karan yanne. So these are part of the plan, okay, which is integral, important, very, very important. Corporate objective means if you're a larger company, you'll have corporate objectives, meaning where this company is heading towards. They have specific goals for organization as a whole. Meaning, if you take a company, local company, we take a company like John Keels. John Keels have a corporate goal. That corporate goal will be broken down to individual pieces for smaller companies because of John Keels has lots of divisions or maybe sub companies, or they have cluster companies. They will take that objective and break into their own, and they try to achieve that, but put together all the objectives, you'll achieve the corporate objective. Okay, objectives can be expressed in terms of profitability, return on investment, growth asset. You can ask someone else, okay, how am I going to set my objectives? You can say, right now we are doing 500,000 sales a month. Our objective is by 2022 to achieve 1 million consistently every month. That can be an objective. Hardev, we can have that kind of objective. Or return on, okay, I have invested this much of money, this is the return I'm, or I want to grow my asset base. Now, example, companies like John Keels and all these larger companies, they look at ROI plus they look at earnings per share, they look at growth asset base. They keep on accumulating assets, keep on buying properties. They keep on buying. If you ask John Keels, they will tell you we have this property, that property. That's our return. That's the objective by increasing our shareholder value. Our earnings per share. Somebody buys a share today, they buy a share at 400. Tomorrow they should be able to sell the share at 450. That is what John Keels' objective is. It is important to translate the corporate objectives to marketing objective. Now, the corporate means the main company will have objective, and we as the marketing division, we have to understand this as in our language. We have to convert that corporate objective into our language, marketing language. Okay. So we say, okay, this is what, okay, we want to be 100, we want to do 100% customer satisfaction. Now, those days I remember the mission thing came a very fashion. It was a very fad. Everybody want to have mission state. Why are we having it? Nobody knew. Everyone is having, so I'm having one. But what is your mission statement? 100% customer satisfaction. Now that I would not say as a mission statement. That's like a vision in this country. There will never be a time that unless there's only you have only one customer, that you can achieve 100% customer satisfaction. Because there'll be always one Johnny who's upset with you. There's always one guy who will be, not happy with your business. Always there's one guy. So say you have 10,000 customers, 1,000 customers, there'll be one guy. So you are not achieved 100%. Yeah, so it's a dream that achieving that 100%. No problem going after that. But everyone says 100%. You're only trying to keep customer happy. You're not giving him what he wants. You're not trying to give him something better. Say, I go to a shop, I want to buy a shirt, I want to look nice. Yes. So he gives me a shirt, I wear, I look nice. So I'm happy. That's not what you try to achieve. You try to achieve, give him a shirt that where he will not know he's only happy, he looks glamorous, and girls fall on for a t-shirt, or everyone comes and say nice t-shirt. Think something better than what he wants. I don't know what that is, but you have to create that. Otherwise, you will also be another Me Too company. අපි customer කෙනෙකුට මොන හරි දෙයක් දෙනකොට අපි objective එක අපි plan කරන්නේ අනිත් එක්කෙනා කරන එක නෙවෙයි. අනිත් එක්කෙනා කරන එක දෙන්න මම ඕනේ. Why nowadays people don't like doctors, they want consultants. What they forget is consultants are also doctors, but they are more of a specialist in particular area. The doctor का रुपया लिख 10,500 दिल you pay 1,500, you go to doctor. Consultant का give 10,500. දෙන්නම කියන්නේ එකමද? මොකද there's no difference. Both the fellows learn the same medicine. I think මම හිතන්නේ medical faculty එකේ මේ doctors ලට මිනිස්සු ගැනයි මේ consultants ලට සත්තු ගැනයි කරනවා කියලා. I don't think so. They won't teach about animals to the consultants. No, the consultants also learn the same thing that doctors learn. Okay, so the point is, what am I setting my objective as? When I set my objectives, it should be not the same. Doesn't mean that I want to change. No, not like that. You have to make the change which will benefit you, and customer should see you as a better provider. For example, if you want a burger, how many choices do we have in this in Colombo? We have starting from McDonald's, the Master Burgers, then we have Burger Hut, Burger King, you name. But the question, how many people honestly go to McDonald's? If you are from Colombo, the chance of you going to McDonald's is almost zero, unless that you have kids that who wants to go and play there. But if you want a proper burger, I will never go to McDonald's. I'm telling you, because they are just making a standard burger. Whereas I want a burger which will, make me happy. Looking at, I might go to a different, or at least just for the sake of differentiation, I might go to another place. You understand what I'm saying? So what is McDonald's giving? McDonald's is giving you food. Burger is not food. Burger is something that's supposed to make you happy. Something that you go to eat with your friends, smile, just to feel yourself. It's kind of okay, I wouldn't say a dream, but you pay 450 rupees or 500 rupees or 600 rupees to make yourself happy. It's a very simple thing. So the question is McDonald's giving that? Are they doing that differentiation? So this is what we look at in setting up objectives. So I'm putting a lot of things in your mind. Okay, so start thinking on that line. Now, once you do set your objectives, okay, objectives you can set in the states of what I want to achieve in 2 years or what I want to achieve in next 6 months. That's up to you. Be more practical, more pragmatic. Put objectives that you can achieve. Either or those when you're small, everybody wants their son to be doctors, which is not practical. Then who is going to be the patient? So let's be practical. Set objectives that you can achieve. If you are there are guys in this country, you ask them what you want to do. I want to send a rocket to the moon. That's not practical. Come on, let's get out of that stupid thinking. Why do you want to make a rocket in this country? We don't need one. I'm not pinpointing anyone. I'm just telling. Unfortunately, now I can't use that joke also because there's one fellow who had done that. So I can't use that example. I've been using that example for a very long time. We don't need a rocket. Let the Americans run the rocket and let us use their services. We try to build a rocket and spend millions of dollars for what? We have other rockets that our guys use. Sorry, you don't understand that. Anyway, next you go to understand the situation analysis. In a plan, before you set up a plan, if you do not know where you are currently standing, it's very difficult to achieve what you want to achieve. So it's all about studying the current trends in the economy, the society, and analyzing the market, the consumers, the competition. In particular, they say the nature and the extent of market segmentation. The entire segment you're trying to study. How it's operating right now. If I get in, how deep am I getting in? Okay. The first thing that you do is something we call a SWOT analysis. Now, when to come to an MBA, right now we don't even look at SWOT analysis. But I'll tell you, if you take a car, I used to go to a garage those days in Maligaon. Where once if they remove this, that, and the other, and once they fix, there are so many things lying on the ground. After the fellow fixes it, I ask him, "Me unna malli." Me own sir. I always get a heart attack. The fellow removes things and he doesn't put back. I don't know. Imagine you remove one small nut. It's not required. You think your vehicle will perform? it will not perform, it will kill you, right? So likewise, the SWOT analysis, even though it's very, old school, I still say better put a SWOT analysis. The SWOT analysis has to be about, see, you can put a SWOT analysis about anything in this world. You can do a SWOT analysis for yourself. Do you know that? And you should do one for you to know your strength, your weaknesses, what your opportunities are, what your threats are. A lot of people don't assess themselves. You have to assess yourself first and foremost. The same thing we are going to put into now a company. Okay, what are your strengths? Let's take a company. Okay, let's take within yourselves rather than me taking a larger company. Let's take Sakuna. So Sakuna, hi. Hello, Sakuna. There's a guy who corrected the name of guy or lady. Corrected the name of Sakuna. Sakuna. Hello. Sakuna, are you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, your name is Sakuna, is it?
Yeah.
Hi, Sakuna. Hi, how are you?
Yeah. Hello, fine.
I think the first time we are talking, I believe. So your name is very... All right, okay.
Yeah, I was busy at that moment, so this is the
no problem.
This is the time period I'm getting. Yeah.
No issues. Okay.
Yeah.
My question number one. What business are you into, Sakuna?
I'm a business development manager, and
so you work somewhere.
Yeah.
I believe I asked that question first. Do you work somewhere? None of them answered. I very well know most of your work. Anyways, fine.
Maybe I was not there at that time.
Not listening. No. Not maybe. Yeah. Maybe you didn't want to participate in answering questions. That's a very common thing in Sri Lanka. Nobody wants to answer. හරිද? ඒකින්දනේ මේ රටේ මේ අපි හරක් ජනාධිපති කරලා තියෙන්නේ. මට නෙවෙයි කමන්නේ ඡන්දදල නිකන් ඉමු කියලා ඉන්න. That's a very unfortunate incident. Anyway. ඒකට කලින් දාන එකා කියනවා. I am not saying current one. I'm saying every president, every prime minister, every parliament, after we appoint and we say අපෝ බූරුයි. Very unfortunate. බැලුවොත් ඡන්ද දාලා තියෙන්නේ අපිම නෙවෙයි. We are the ones who voted, right? Yeah. I'm talking a successive government. I'm not talking the current guy. I want to lecture. Okay. So I'm telling every single guy. Okay. So I think I answered the general question. Anyway, now Sakuna, what business are you into? What business are you going to start? You tell me first and foremost.
So currently I'm doing a bachelor degree in business administration also. So and hopefully to start the which is textile. Yeah.
Okay, textile business you want to start. What textile?
Yeah, it's a family business. Almost my father is doing those things. So yeah.
So you have a shop?
Yeah.
Where do you have this shop? I'm trying to get you some business, buddy.
Yeah, sure. Okay, it's in Kiribati.
So you have a shop that sells textiles. What kind of textile do you sell?
That mean the clothes. That mean the
meaning, is it finished goods or is it just the raw materials you sell?
Sorry?
You sell raw material, meaning raw material means the clothes, the fabric, or you sell the finished shirts, t-shirts like that?
Shirts, t-shirts, yeah.
All right, okay. So it's your father's business. While you're working, your father told පුතා මේක father business එක බාර ගන්න පුතා තමයි ඉන්නේ. එම කියපු ගමන් පුතා බැලුවා මේක දැන් තාත්තා කඩේ බාර ගන්න business degree එකක් කරන්න ඕනේ. Diploma එකකුත් කරන්න ඕනේ. No, I'm telling you how your angle also, okay? Then my question, your father never did a degree, no? He's very successful, no?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't have the capacity of believing in yourself, which your father had. That's a joke. Anyway. No, the point is not that. The point is okay. Now, what is your strength in that business? Before you take that business, what is your strength? Maybe you are there for 20 years or 30 years or 40 years. You have a very big customer base. Now see, if you take Kiribati is kind of a messed up market for me. Candy killer, you name every single joker that is there. Not in a bad sense, it's a kind of a figurative speech. Every single Johnny selling clothes in this country is in Kiribati. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So now you are another fish in that market.
Yeah.
Betting your horses today, the other horses will fall crippled while they are running. හැමදාම උදේ කඩේ අරනකොට අනේ දෙයියනේ අද මාකට් එකන 100 දෙන්නෙක් හරි මගේ කඩේට වරන් කියලා විශ්වාස කරන් දැන් කඩේ අරින්නේ. It's just on firm belief. හරිනේ?
Yeah.
ඉස්සර තාත්තා හිතමු තාත්තා නම සමන් කියලා. සමන්ගේ කඩේ විතරයි තිබ්බේ. කඩ පහක් තිබ්බා. I'm telling you today's situation, okay? I'm just trying to, this is not your scenario, just a general scenario, okay? But you are the example though. හිතන්නකෝ දැන් අපි තාත්තා ආරපු කාලේ what's the name of the shop?
Hello?
What's the name of the shop?
It's a Korean fashion.
Okay, Korean fashion. Hari. Chinese fashion කියලා දැම්මොත් business තියයි. මම advice එකක් දෙන්න. ඒක ඇසින් Korean fashion කියලා. ඒ කාලේ when the father was doing business, people know your father by first name. සමන් මහත්තයා කොහොමද? මේ හිතන්න name is Saman, just an example. Okay, සමන් මහත්තයා මේම people come. Today so many shops have come. You are lost in that market. හරිද? ඔය කඩේ හොයාගෙන තමයි එන්න ඕනේ. මේ පුඩි කඩයක් තිබ්බ Korean fashion කියලා කො මොකද huge shops have taken over. Correct no? Huge shops. People today go to buy clothes not for the sake of the clothes. They are going to buy for the sake of buying the fashion statement. යන්නේ එක යන්නේ දැන් කොළඹ අපි අඳුම් ගන්න යන්නේ at least බොරුවට හරි යන්නේ city center එක කොළඹ city center එහෙම නැත්නම් අර Shangri-La එකේ තියෙන මොකද්ද one mall එකට මේ බොරුවට යන්නේ සාක්කේ සල්ලිත් no, it's more than buying that shirt. It's buying that from that shop. Ma ලස්සන shirt එක උඩෙල් එකෙන් ගත්තේ. ඉස්සර මම I knew fellows when I say nice shirt මචං bought from model. I asked the next question. මම ඇහුවද උඹ කොහෙන්ද ගත්තේ කියලා. I'm a guy who straight off do the next question. මම කිව්වේ shirt එක ලස්සනයි. මම කිව්වෙත් නෑ උඹ ලස්සනයි කියලා කිව්වෙත් නෑ. thank you සමහර thank you කියනවා. මම කිව්වා thank you කියනවා උඹ ලස්සන නෑනේ. Keep quiet. I just said shirt is nice. Let the shirt speak. Not you. At the same time, they answer, I bought for model. Masha, this is Arrow, this is Van Heusen. I am not asking the brand, I just said the shirt is nice. Now you understand what people want to do. People want to speak about their brand. Nice watch keep among. They say, you know, there's a Tag Heuer, there's a, what do you call, a Rolex, or there's a Breitling, or there's a Patek Philippe. That's the answer people give. So you are in a world where people are more branded. Last week we discussed this. People want to speak, they want to expose, they want to show themselves with the brands. They are exhibiting themselves. So Arva, for you also I'm talking. Your silverware where they wear is not to look nice because everybody is wearing that necklace. They want to make a statement. So what you are selling is, you are selling a statement. I'm giving you another idea for your mission statement. Okay, Arva?
Thank you, I noted it.
Yes. Everyone I'm telling you. See, if I am selling bathrooms, I'm telling you, you know what I am selling? Honestly, the word is, if I use, I'm sorry, that's the prop. I don't know. We say, I don't want to use the general English word of DEFACE. I would use the word, people say shit killing, you know, I'm sorry, I'll use the word. I make you shit better. Sorry for the language. I'm just telling you, that's what I'm actually doing. I make it, you do it comfortably. That's my business. But I can't use that word, unfortunately. So what we are doing is we are making people's things go out smoothly. Right? McDonald's job is to feed people smoothly or nicer, better. My job is to take that load out happily. So I make people happier in their best of times. That's my job as a bathroom company. So what we are doing is we make that, we don't understand our strengths. Companies don't understand. If you take Dialogue always says, we are the largest network. The amount of people scolding Dialogue. Yesterday I saw there's a new group in Facebook, Dialogue Virodhinge Sangam. Anti-Dialogue group. And in my, I have a family circle, you know, I have all my cousins and everyone. This family circle, one fellow put, you know, actually my wife only put this, there's a group like this. You won't believe, immediately so many guys wanted to join. See the hatred we have for that company. And yet it's a love affair. They don't want to leave dialogue. I told you, I was very blunt. I'm a guy who's very blunt. I said, change a bloody mobile operator. They don't want to do that also. Make a hurry to bandala gang no, but gang divorce karan. People do not understand their strengths. They have the strength, but they don't know how to. Now take dialogue. Dialogue uses the word every time, even though I think they are one of the crappiest service. But I last 25 years I've been doing them, using them. I'm with them. There are times I'm not happy. Yes, it's like a marriage. It's always every business like that. Not that every day you are happy. There are days that you get upset. But dialogue uses the strength every single time. See, the largest network, Sri Lanka's largest mobile operator. Sri Lanka, what they're doing is they're giving you a reinforcement. You are with the Sri Lanka's largest network. If you want a faster broad bandwidth, you can't go with the largest network because there are 10 million or 5 million fellows in that bandwidth. It's like this, no, you're trying to put more water, your butter will not support. Then you have to have a larger, tube. So everyone has a standard size of tube that they can't expand. So if that's the case, you want a faster speed, I will go with Hutch or some other Airtel or something like that, because there are very few guys are using internet. Your internet will be extremely faster. But then again, when it comes to services, they're bad. Maybe bad. They may be bad. I don't know. I had a very bad experience with Airtel. Very reason I didn't want to use dialogue dongle. I used the Airtel dongle for the speed. Very, very fast. But when it came to billing, they billed me twice and they overbilled me. With proof, I showed them and I got out of it. So that's bad experience. So I'm very happy to say with dialogue. I know sometimes most of the time I hear dialogue, but that you can't help. So first and foremost, when you do a SWOT analysis, first you set up, understand your strengths, then you understand your weaknesses. Always write all your strengths. Write down every single strength of your company. Then you write down every single weakness. You may not see your weakness. Talk to some friends and say, what do you see as our company weakness? Can you write it down for me? Example, maybe you may not have a good source to buy your products. That can be a weakness. Or you may not have a proper branding. You may not have a fully differentiated product line. That's a weakness. You may not accept it. No. If you want to double your business, if you want to expand your business, understand your strength. Likewise, understand your weaknesses also. Then look at what the opportunities are. Opportunities always come from outside. Your strengths come from inside. Weakness come from inside. Opportunity comes from outside. Strength comes from outside. Now let's take a weakness. I'll give you a simple example. Say Malinga is a strength. Lassit Malinga, the bowler, was a strength to the Sri Lankan team. But when it comes to fielding, he was a weakness. Anyone has played cricket in this? Anyone who played cricket or played cricket for college or anywhere? Anyone? Just say hello. Go play cricket here. Go play cricket. Don't tell me that you all played baseball. Lovely. Usually, you don't put Malinga in the slips. The reason is slip is the fastest fielding position. Your eyes should be extremely fast. Your reflexes should be extremely fast, which Malinga doesn't have. So usually we hide them. In the ground, you can't hide them. You have to put them somewhere. No, hiding is either in third man or fine leg. Where Malinga's job is when the ball goes, ball loading, even if he doesn't catch, no problem. That's how you hide your weakness. So you have to hide your weaknesses. You know that's a weakness, but you should know how to hide it. So opportunities are things that can happen to you, and threats are things that you will come across. Okay, now it's 10:25. I'll give you 5 minutes. To write about the strength, weakness, opportunities of yourself, meaning of your company. Okay, and I will pick few guys and ask few questions. Okay, just to understand. So quick, take a piece of paper and a pen, write down couple of strengths that you all have, couple of weaknesses that you have seen, opportunities that you see, threats that you think that you'll encounter. Okay, now it's 10:27 or something like that. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes. 5 minutes to write down quickly, and let's discuss for another 5 minutes. Then we move on. Okay. All right, guys. You're all. I'm back. Okay, guys, ready?
Yes, Shazli.
All right. The best joke is as soon as I give a work, 2 or 3 guys quickly get out of the system. They suddenly vanish. It's in there. Hi, Nastria. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm great.
You're very silent today. I think
Because
Arwa
there's
has.
active participation, so I kept quiet.
See, ladies hate each other. See, another lady is answering, and she's like, okay, she's answering, so why should I answer? And I was wondering why you are so silent. You are the most active person here. Anyways, let's take you. All right. So, have you written your strengths, meaning your business, whatever you do? Do you like to discuss?
Is it me you're talking to?
Yes.
Yes. I have kind of written something, but I'm not very sure whether they are
No
right.
problem. I mean, in Sri Lanka, even the president doesn't know what he's doing, so no problem.
Okay. So, strength-wise, I have written in terms of raw material, equipment, and labor. Can it be my strength? That's what I have written.
So you have labor. Okay, I understand that. Meaning, let's say when you say strength, okay, let me try to clarify a few things that you go wrong. Okay, now you say your strength is your labor. Example. Okay, let's take an argument. Let's say there'll be a competitor. You think that he cannot have the same strength, or he doesn't have the same strength.
I didn't really get the question.
You said your strength is labor, right?
Labor in the sense, what I mean is like the support system for the business. That's what I meant.
That is a strength. Mean, can that be replicated? Let's say, can your competitor also can have the same strength?
Yeah.
Yes, I know, I'm sure. No, but I'm trying to explain. So
Okay.
that is a strength that you have to be extremely careful of them. Because anything that can be copied. Okay?
Okay.
Your company is going to do that.
Right.
You are talking about your ice cream, yogurt, frozen
Yeah.
yogurt, right?
Yeah.
Say,
Yeah.
so when you launch it, if I can do that, I'm going to do it. So what value addition am I going to give? That is my strength.
All right.
You understand?
Okay.
Now,
So
machinery also I can, okay, you're okay. Say, example, if you have the best machinery in the country, yes, then you can say I have a strength. If not, that's not a strength. But if you are comparing someone who's below you, that may look great because another fellow who's not even making ice cream, yeah, then you have a machine, yes, great. I have a strength. You understand? You're talking about the rest 22 million in this country.
yeah,
Okay,
like
they don't have that machine.
if I can say something like this.
Tell me.
Now, the frozen yogurt outlets that are in Sri Lanka,
Yes.
they are making frozen yogurt using a powder. But my product is not like that. It's all made from scratch, from ingredients that are made in Sri Lanka. So can that be a
Yes,
strength?
yeah. Using local raw materials can be a strength.
Right.
Okay, and you say another strength could be using all organic product. I don't know what you use. Okay,
Okay.
then you can say supporting the local system. That's a strength. Eventually, you can speak harp on it. Recently I met a guy who's making. One of my friends is making. Last week I discussed this. Cheese and dairy milk in this country. Cheese and butter. So it's called the Ceylon Dairies. Okay. I'm so happy that there's another competitor who has come to compete these guys in a more professional manner. You understand? So he can use few things as strengths. Maybe his branding. Kotmele can be a powerful branding, but he's using Ceylon dairies. He's using the local strength. You understand? Something that is different. So there's no rule that my strength should be yours. So example, if you honestly ask me, what's my strength? Okay. Some say, so I'm 45. Okay. I'm 45. All right. People say I'm old. Actually, that's my strength. At 45, I can still run faster than a 25-year fellow and climb faster than him, and I'm stronger than him. That's a strength. At the same time, my age is a strength because my maturity has given me a lot of knowledge. That's a strength. For somebody, it can be a weakness, but for me, I look that as a strength. You understand?
Yeah, that's right.
And I look my same age as an opportunity as well. Meaning,
But for your information, I'm a psychology student. So psychology says at 45 only like people really perform at their highest potential.
no, we sit my perform kara. What I'm saying is, see, I'm trying to say. So a lot
In
of people
business, I mean, when it comes to business, right? Don't get me wrong.
No. There's no law. It's all psychologists. Don't take me. In the sense, it is somebody speaking their heart out. No. In my sense, if you ask, there are fellows who have done business. If you take the Oyo guy. Have you heard Oyo? Actually, one time Oyo is OYO. In Sri Lanka, if you pass a lot of hotels, now they are removing most of the boards. Oyo is the world's largest hotel group. Do you know that? Hyatt was supposed to be, but Oyo has 60,000 rooms. They go by the number of rooms. No, Hyatt has some 32,000 rooms, and Oyo has. Who's Oyo? Oyo is a young 19-year-old Indian guy, young fellow who was just passing a hotel one day. Didn't have a cent in his pocket. Listen to his story. Read his story. He just talks to one guy and says, "Can I hire a room?" Okay, and he sells that room like in Airbnb. He sells the room, and he makes the room, put some shampoos and that and this, and he starts renting the room. Becomes very popular. Start getting a couple of rooms, and today he's the largest in India. At 19, he has not even completed his degree. His mother, when you're spoken, when people, he's a billionaire, youngest billionaire, and when he was mother was. What do you call? She came for a discussion, and they asked this question: "What do you think about her son?" You know what she says? "I think he should finish his degree." That's the only answer she says. And you know what the son says? "If I do this degree, also the same thing I'm looking forward to. That's making money, and I'm making lots of them. So I don't need this degree." So anyway, so that's at 19, and there are guys like Jack Ma who became billionaires at 50. So it's nothing to do with age. What I'm saying is, if you ask me, I look at my age as an opportunity, because because of my current age, I have lots of friends. I have created a huge network. That's an opportunity. At the same time, I see that as a threat. If I fall, I'll break a bone also. I look at that as well. So the SWOT analysis is something that you try to see your strengths. You see your strength, you reinforce your strength. You see your weakness, you will try to hide your weakness. You see an opportunity, you try to work on the opportunity and try to make it a reality and try to make money. You see a threat, you try to palm away. You try to move away from threats. You have to always do a SWOT analysis for your organization, for yourself as well. So moving on, I'm not going to hop on it, I'm just explaining, but you can go Google, learn more about it. Then we come to a very interesting area. This we call the industry analysis. Michael Porter says any business, any industry will depend upon 5 forces, and that 5 forces will decide whether you will be in business or you'll be thrown out of business. It's a very important statement that he made long time back, and even today it's one of the most popular business strategies that you can use. Okay, but what are we talking about? We're talking about the 5 forces in the industry. Number 1, he says, the industry competition. Now, he says these 5 factors, if you understand them, and if all these 5 forces are positive, you are in business. Okay, if all 5 are negative to you, you'll be thrown out, you'll be pushed out of the mark. But in between, there are times that you can 1, 2 be bad, 1 can be positive, 1 can be negative, still you can survive. So what is he talking about? He says there are 5 factors that will affect the business. Okay, there will be 5 factors on effective business. What's the first factor? The industry competition. How can industry competition effective? Number 1, how many competitors there are in the industry? How are they competing? What's the depth of their competition? How serious, is it a cutthroat business? For example, if you take, you go to PETA, or the fellows who sell these t-shirts and all on the road, it's a cutthroat business. Or that world marketplace, you go, they'll pull you by your shirt and they try to sell a t-shirt. So you know, so competitive. So any industry, before you get in, you try to understand how many competitors there are in the industry. Now, if they now some people think competitors in Nathang, it's a big business. No, not like that. Sometimes the business is not even good. That's why there are no competition. Maybe there are 5-6 competitors. So, no, that's also wrong. In Sri Lanka, I heard there are 28 biscuit manufacturers. I was like, eh? I knew Melbourne Munchie, that one, that Muralidharan's one from Candy something, and Diana or something. I don't know, and maybe another one or two. But there is. Why? Because there's so much of business. There's so many competition because everyone is having a small market share and everyone is happy. That means that's good, right? So you have to understand the industry competition. Number 2, the bargaining power of your buyers. How much of bargaining power your buyer has? So if you're a business that you are the only guy, you have a very powerful bargaining power, by which he doesn't. If he has to buy your products, he has to come to you. Say example, if you take glass manufacturers, meaning bottle manufacturers, I think there are only 2 guys in this country: Lanka Glass, Ceylon Glass Company, and Piramal Glass, the Indian company, Lanka Piramal Glass. I know this is what I know. Okay, if I'm wrong, please correct me. Imagine Coca-Cola or Pepsi-Cola. Just say we take Coca-Cola. We have a problem with Piramal. Let's make we have a problem with some credit problem with Piramal. Now I only have the choice. I have to work with Ceylon Glass, Lanka Ceylon Glass, or whatever that. Even if they raise the prices, I have to buy from them because already I have no choice. So that's the power of the supplier. How much of control the supplier has. The bargaining power of the supplier. Sorry, I was talking bargaining power. Now, sorry, I'm quickly moved into this, but then I'll come back again. Okay, the bargaining power of suppliers. Let's assume Coca-Cola. If the bottle was an issue, tomorrow if they have a problem with Ceylon Glass also, it was shopping bag Coca-Cola didn't win. There's no other way Coke can sell. You understand? On a general notion. Okay. Not that they can't, they'll find a way. But I'm saying, so Coca-Cola will try to understand their supplier and they try to handle their bargaining power. But the power of bargaining is very high with the suppliers. But at the same time, Coca-Cola, let's assume we take the sticker, that sticker they put on Coca-Cola, the Coca-Cola print that piece of paper that they stick. Now that fellow gets upset and they say, I can't supply. Coca-Cola will say, go fly a kite. There are about 30,000 printers in this country. They can get printed it from. So that Coca-Cola will negotiate the way they want because there are so many suppliers. So lesser the supplier's bargaining power goes up. More the bargaining power of theirs they go up, you have issues. Let's assume I don't know about this thing. Let's talk about Riddhi. I don't know what you're doing. Arva, because I don't know, I'm trying to understand. I don't know how many suppliers are there for silver. Let's assume there are only 1 or 2 suppliers. Then you have to go with them. You're bound by their system. You can't demand. You can't demand. But if there are 25 suppliers, if A supplier says no, you go to B. B says no, you go to C, D, E, F, G, H. You can choose who you want, at what price they want. You can negotiate. You can demand. You can demand services, if not price. You understand? There are certain companies in this country. Say example, water board, only 1 supplier. If you say you go and create a rakas there, they stop the water. Then you have to go to Kalani River to collect water and come, or dig a well. There's no parallel suppliers. So there are businesses, there are only 1 supplier. Earlier, Prima was the only supplier for bakery items. Whatever price they put, the market has to go by. Supplier's bargaining power is very, very high. Then buyer's bargaining power, that means the customer's bargaining power. All the customers are together. Their bargaining power is very high. Remember, whatever business you are in, if the customer's bargaining power is very high, you are under threat. But let's assume there's a product that customers need and you are the only supplier or the only guy who's selling it, then your bargaining power is very, very high. There are certain products that, say example, fuel. There are only 2 suppliers in this country. Lanka, I think the Indian guy, and the Ceylon Sipetco, and what's that Indian company called LOIC, or Lanka Oil, Indian Oil, LIOC, whatever. Okay, so you can't have a problem with them. Okay, so if the suppliers, the buyers, if they have a bargaining power, you can't demand much. For example, if you take a soap, the bargaining power of the buyer is very, very high. He'll go to a supermarket, he will take Lux to his hand, 80 rupees. Put it down, take Sakura Sabang, 75. Take another one, Velvet, 72. May take Sunlight, Sunlight 65, make him hold again now. He can take it and go. His power is very high at that point. So you have to understand this. Then finally, you look at the substitute products. What are substitute products you have? What is a substitute product? A product that can imitate your service. Let me give you an example. Coca-Cola is spending billions of dollars advertising their product. You go to a shop. Mate Coke denda. Me take a denda mate. The thirst and the quenching of thirst, he had a choice of Coca-Cola, water, tea, coffee. He chose a substitute product, which is tea. That's the end of all the advertisement of Coca-Cola. So whatever, say example, now today people don't use the normal dialogue line. The dialogue was saying they believed in voice, but today people use what? WhatsApp. When they use WhatsApp, their voice business comes down. If I am dialogue, I'll be smart and I'll try to make more money on the data. Okay, that's where Airtel went wrong. Airtel believed, they said there's still scope in voice. What happened? Jio came, and what did they do? They said we'll give you unlimited data. Now the entire India is talking in WhatsApp and whatever other forms. Airtel, from 100 or 300 million, I believe, world's 3rd largest mobile operator. Okay. First was China Mobile, second is China Unicom, third was Airtel. Where is Airtel? Where is Reliance, for that matter? Where is Idea? Idea somehow got partnership with Vodafone. I think they go as Vodafone India, Idea, VI, and they are now promoting more data. Airtel is more very rigid on their voice. Where is it? Jio, out of nowhere, came and became the #1 operator. So you have to be extremely careful of your substitute products. Whatever you sell, if there's a substitute. Now see, people wear silver because of, as a substitute to gold. Am I correct? Arwa, correct me if I'm wrong. People who cannot afford, okay, not all the time. Okay, not all the, I know, I agree.
The
Not all the
trend
time.
actually has changed in the
Changed to
sense,
silver.
silver, one of the reasons is the affordability, and another is people want to travel with their jewelry, which they can't travel with gold because customs are an issue and the safety if you misplace something. So
Yes.
that's where people...
apart from the main issues, one of the main reason people see, gold is gold. You can't change that. Sorry about it. Gold is the only metal that will always be the, even I don't think even platinum can take the place of gold. Gold will be a single sada amaraniyai,
Yes.
that kind of a product. It will never change. Okay, value will never change of gold, and that's guaranteed. What I'm saying is, most of the people move to silver because of affordability. One reason. But still, if you want to get married, you have to wear gold. You know, that kind of, we have a cultural issue. No, if you go to other countries, they don't wear gold. If you look at most of the foreigners, they don't wear gold. This is something culturally, this is Asian thing. Or, or this, I don't know, subcontinent thing that I've kind. If you go to other countries, you very rarely see, people wearing gold. Maybe just a ring. Just a ring. You know, I very rarely we see women wearing, you know, all these Torambal type, you know. If you look at Asian woman and European woman, our necks are hanging down because so much of weight on your head with gold. Okay, whereas Europeans don't. So they are more towards diamond and different product lines. They buy a smaller, very expensive product line. Okay, but anyway, having said that, see, look at the gems. They are expensive ones. Nowadays, you get even the blue sapphire. Now you get from, and you see heat some other stone and you make blue sapphire now. Okay, so there's a substitute. Now even for diamond, there's substitute, artificial diamond. Correct. So if
They
I wear
have
one, if
they
I
have
wear one,
crystals as well as mosonites, which are lab created.
yeah, whatever they call this artificial diamond. What is that?
That is the moissanite. That is the
Okay,
lab created version.
that
And
lab grade
then
was very
Swarovski
cheap.
is the no. It's one third the price of a diamond.
No. What is the cheapest one? No,
That's Swarovski, or you can say
no.
American
Swarovski is
diamond, the crystal.
expensive.
No, but comparatively, if you see, it's like a tiny Swarovski, a piece, like say about equivalent to a 2-pointer diamond. A Swarovski would cost you 100 rupees,
Mm-hmm.
whereas the diamond would cost you maybe for a 2-pointer would cost you about 4,000 rupees. So you know the difference is there.
No,
It's
no.
not as expensive.
No. There are products which looks like diamond but artificial ones. What are those things? Very
That
cheap
is
ones.
very cheap one. That would be then American diamonds or the cubic zirconia they call it. Those are
Cubic
like,
zircon, yeah.
yes, those are very cheap. And then they
But
have the colored versions of it
no, so
also.
maybe go say I'm wearing a ring, Allah, okay.
Right.
Unless that I give it to you to check at the lab, you won't be able to differentiate. No, by just looking at it, you can differentiate, right?
Not exactly, yeah. But diamonds, the luster, by the luster, I would know whether it's a diamond or
No,
not.
no, you
And
know because you are in business. The water
right,
pen and mama
got it.
I will not show you. You understand? But if I
Gotcha.
wear one, people will say Shazli wears one. People think it's a original.
Diamond.
Example, you know,
Right.
if a fellow goes in a bus wears and a fellow goes in a Mercedes, I don't go in a Mercedes. I'm saying if a guy say Mr. X who goes in a Mercedes, who wears one, people believe that's original, right? So substitute product has taken over. It will eventually take over because people can't afford diamonds. You know, yeah, there'll be a 10-15% market who will always buy diamonds. But then again, the majority will go for substitute products, the Zirconium or Swarovski or whatever they'll go for. That's why Swarovski in business, no? They came into business for what? Because diamond is expensive, they came with a cheaper version. Correct, no? Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, that's true.
So substitute product. So you have to be extremely careful. Extremely careful. See, coffee can substitute tea. Do you know that? Water can substitute coffee. Water can substitute Coca-Cola. Why do you drink Coca-Cola? When you're thirsty, you drink Coca-Cola. You can drink water also. So substitute product can take your business off. So you have to be extremely careful of substitutes. You understand? So these 5 factors you write down. So write down a homework, please. Write down a small homework. Okay. Study the industry analysis for your business. The business that you right now you are in, or the business like the yogurt lady. You're going to go for a new, say, you want to start again, restart the whole campaign. What will be the industry analysis for her yogurt business? You do for whatever business that you are doing or going to do, okay, which you are hoping to. Next week we will discuss a little bit of that, of how we understand that. Okay, now let's move on. Now the competitive strategies, okay, now works on few ways. The first thing you look at is cost leadership, okay. And there's this theory. I don't want to go teach more theory onto it. Okay, this is again Porter's theory of competitive strategy. He says in competitive when you are competing, there are 4 ways that you compete in a business. First he says actually the fourth one is actually technically unstable. So due to that we don't use it. Okay, it's focus differentiation, which it's slightly unstable. Okay, but then look at the first 3. One is cost leadership. Any business that you are in, you can go as a cost leader. This is a strategy that you can take. you are the cheapest guy in the market, or your production, you try to keep as the lowest cost producer, so you can give your product at the cheapest price, lowest price. Say example, Anchor doesn't go as the lowest product. They are a branded product. They go more with the differentiation. They say we are Anchor. Our cows are from New Zealand. That's how they promote the milk. So people believe these milk come from New Zealand and they are very happy to drink. But on the other hand, Luxpray also sell a lot of milk. They never go and say Mage Haraka New Zealand, Mage Haraka Antarctica, Mage Haraka Somalia. They never say that. They say you want milk cheap, go buy Luxpray or Highland or Kotmale, whatever that for the matter. Say you trying to get cost leadership by selling the product as the lowest in the market. And how do you achieve this lowest? Not by contaminating the product or reducing the quality of the product. No. By increasing your efficiency. If you increase your production capacity, your cost comes down. If you use the right people, right technology, your cost comes down. So that's a different class for a different day. Okay. You try to take the control as a low cost producer. Your product is undifferentiated, meaning you don't try to give 2, 3, 4, 5 different products like Anchor. Anchor 1 plus, 2 plus, 5 plus, Aniline, you name it, Pedia Pro, I don't know, but 7 or 8 products they have. You take Luxpray, they have only 1 or 2, full cream and normal. Your products are undifferentiated. When product lines are done. And you keep on manufacturing so many of you increase the quantity of the production, your cost comes down. Make scroll economies of scale. It's a very simple thing. You make more, the cost comes. Economies of scale. Very simple theory. Okay. So you can go as a cost leader. Now, a lot of companies don't want to go as cost leaders. Then what they do is they go for differentiation. What is differentiation? Differentiation is you try to differentiate your product, and you never say you are cheap. You say our products are quality. Our products are reliable. Our products have this, that, and the other. So people will regard you as a value product. They will pay you a little bit more. So example, cost leader can be Cherry QQ, Maruti. They go as a cost leader. But if you look at Toyota, if you look at Volkswagen, if you look at Nissan, they try to go as a differentiated product. They give you quality. They say we have AC, we have this, we have that. Our cars are nicely designed, made in Japan or made in Europe. They try to differentiate their product. They try to differentiate their brand. By branding, they differentiate themselves. So these products are highly regarded by the customers as valued products. So Arwa, you can be there. Rather being, because if you go to Armour Street and all, I know there are so many guys who sell silver.
Yes.
Okay, I've seen so many guys sell silver. Correct, no?
Yes.
So you sell, say example, silver 1 gram is 500. Say you are buying at 3 example, I don't know. You're buying at 300. He's also buying at 300. He says that 400 rupees, keeping 100 rupees, his workmanship is rubbish. Example. You create such a nice product, you can sell the product for $1,000. That's all about your work. There is silver more expensive than gold also. Am I right or wrong?
There is actually. I have a very niche clientele for that reason, because I don't. All right. No, that's the truth. So you create, your customers come for that value, that design, that offering. So whatever, like I was talking to the yogurt lady, I forgot her name suddenly. Nazreen.
Nazreen. Yes, Nazreen.
I hope I've got her
she was the
name
most.
right.
She had the most active lady last week. After today's your
yes, I heard the recording.
Yes,
Sorry.
today with your entrance, she moved out. Anyway, see her yogurt. She's trying to sell a frozen yogurt. If it was me, I will not sell that as a frozen yogurt. I will sell that as a product that will, it just makes you go crazy. Something like that. Something that you'll always try and always enjoy. Because she's not selling a yogurt, she's selling something different from all the others. Differentiate, branding differentiation, product differentiation, selling differentiation, everything has to be different. So customers will pay more. She can sell, example, normal frozen yogurt for, let's say, 100 rupees a cup, and she can make something with a, a little bit of tiny, strawberries flavor, something on top of that, all this, raspberry and all this thing, $200. So people who want to pay more, they will buy her high-end frozen yogurt, and for the rest, she can give the normal frozen yogurt. And she should always differentiate. This is not the normal yogurt. This is different. This is not ice cream. This is not yogurt. This is frozen yogurt. So it's all about differentiation. This is where Toyota, Volkswagen, everyone has outsmart all these normal Tatas and all these Chinese companies. Okay. Now, the third is called the niche. Niche is a total different ball game. Niche, what you do is you look at a small segment of a market which is unserved, and you create a product for that, and you charge the price you want. I'll give an example. Let's take the car industry. In the car industry, there are cars, even there are sports cars, but then there is Bugatti. Bugatti is not a car. What they say is it's a creation. Okay, it's a total different perception. It's total different technology. It's the fastest car on earth. It's the best car you can sit on. That's what they say. That's how they promote the brand. Not everyone will get it also. See how niche their product is. They say only 100, and that 100 we will decide. So if you are, you can't go and buy a Bugatti. They have to invite you. See how much of niche they are making. So, and how much is a Toyota? Toyota is about $30,000 a car. And let's assume they make about $5,000 a car. Okay, let me give you a simple example how Bugatti works. Bugatti is about 1.8 million a car. Okay, and let's assume it cost them 300,000 to manufacture. I don't think that will cost anything more than that. They make 1.5 million profit. You divide that by the 5,000 of what Toyota is making. Toyota has to make 300 cars for the equivalent of one Bugatti. And so Bugatti makes 100. So Toyota has to make 30,000 cars to make the same profit Bugatti makes from 100 cars. Now, do you understand the niche? You create something sensational. You create something unique and you offer that market. That uniqueness, you charge more. Let me give you an example. Let's take a sport. You have this running, jogging shoes and all these things, all right? Nike has created something called CR7, a boot that is signed off by Ronaldo. Okay, supposed to be a legendary football player, if you know him. Now, the normal boots you can buy, you can buy some Chinese football boots for like 2,000, 1,005, 2,000, 3,000 max. Then there are Pumas like for 6,000, 7,000 bucks. But this thing starts from 25,000 upwards. Why? Because it is CR7 Nike boot. Then there's Air Jordan. Okay. Now, if you take a sport like badminton that I love, now you have the normal shoes, then you have the badminton shoes, which are very expensive. Badminton is a sport which is niche sport, even though now it's becoming global. Okay, there are only few manufacturers, so they charge you enormously. Especially a company called Yonex or Leaning, they charge you. The badminton T-shirt is about 7,000 bucks, where you can buy a normal Nike T-shirt for 5,000 bucks. Because it says it's a specialized product. The rackets are like 100,000 bucks racket. Other than golf, I don't see anything that costs that much. Because they say it's a unique sport, it's a unique segment. At the same time, you can buy, there are rackets for 2,000-3,000 bucks also. But a good player needs a good racket. Minimum, it starts from 15,000 to 20,000. A good racket starts from. So you are paying that niche price. So you decide where you want to be. Let's assume I'm in coffee business. I can sell normal coffee, grounded coffee, say, 100 grams for 400 bucks. I don't know the price. Or I can create, I can say hand-picked, hand-crushed, hand-licked, I don't know, whatever. Handmade coffee. 1,000 rupees, 100 grams. Trust me, there is a market for that also. Okay, so you decide where you want to place your product. You decide where you want to place your product. So it's all about that niche. Moving on. Then we go and set a strategy. Now here we go a little bit of strategy. I don't want to go deep into it because it's a basic diploma class. Okay, but then again, I'm trying to explain to you. You should have a direction where you are going. Any plan should have a direction. So what you do is the most simplest form is ANSOF matrix. To understand a direction, the ANSOF in 1968, I think, first he said in 68, I believe. And then came in 1988 is reversion and all, I believe this, something like that. Okay. He said, there are 4 ways that you can grow in a market. There are 4 ways. So he did a small grid and showed. He put products, existing product, you can launch a new product. He said on the other side, you can work on the existing market or you can go to a new market. He says, if you sell your existing product in the existing market and try to increase the sales, this strategy is called market penetration. Meaning, let's say example, you are selling something in Colombo. You're not going out of Colombo, or you're not changing the product, same product. Say example, I'm selling coffee in Colombo. So I'm not changing coffee, I'm not changing Colombo, but I want to increase my business. So this strategy is called market penetration. Let me simplify it. Let's say you work for Coca-Cola. Okay. You sell in Colombo. Let's make an assumption. So Coca-Cola sells in Sri Lanka. The Sri Lankan country manager represents Sri Lanka and he's worried about Sri Lanka. So he's asked to increase his sales. Now, so he comes and tells his bosses, okay, we have to increase the sale. Say example, they are selling 1 million bottle a day. Okay, let's make the assumption. 1 million bottle a day. Now he wants to increase. He wants to increase it up to 2 million bottles, okay, a day. Let's assume because Pepsi bottle set Coke bonne. Set sugar, we have this, that, and the other, they will not drink Coke. There's another set of people who are anti-Coca-Cola, they want fruit juice. Likewise, there are different guys who will, there's a limit that you can convert as extra. With your hard effort, maybe another 100,000 you can convert. So now you're selling 1.1 million bottles a day, but the target is 2 million. Now, how do you penetrate more into the market? Now, this is where this strategy will help you. There are 2 ways of penetration. Okay. One, you are converting non-users to use. That means now that extra 100,000, the guys who are not drinking, somehow you are converting. That's non-users. But that's limitation. That's limitations. You can't create people. You can't. So there's a limitation. The next one is you get your existing user to use more. Now this is a very good strategy because existing user is already using your product and he knows your product, he's happy about your product. Now it's a matter of getting him to use more. That's why they say Coke natua kamepa. So every meal that you did, then now 3 meals you drink 3 Cokes. Your sales from 1 million, it will automatically become 3 million. Okay, figuratively speaking. Okay. Signal when we were small, we used to brush once a day. There was nothing called twice a day. Then they want to increase their sales. They said, use signal twice a day. So people start brushing their teeth morning and evening. Now they want to increase their sales. Then they came and says, brush thrice a day. So people now start brushing thrice a day, morning, afternoon. In our house, I think my children don't brush at all. Okay. And they're looking at my face. Okay. So then they want to increase further. You know what they did? They said, brush after every meal. The monarch apugamang that's padin again. See, every time you press the toothpaste comes out, that means you are giving them more business. More the time you press the tube, faster the tube finishes and the repetition the business. The only thing they are not said is, and I will not be amazed or amused even if they come and say toothpaste katetiyan kya kiya. That's the last thing that they can do. Okay. So that's how you increase. So you convert non-users or you increase the sales of existing users. Okay. So you have to find your way. You have to find your direction. That's called market penetration. One direction. Second is you launch a new product to the existing market. Okay, you launch a new product to the existing market. We call this development. Okay, so meaning, say example, Lux launch Lux. They launch different Lux. They launch what do you call Lux sandalwood, Lux rose, Lux chocolate, Lux strawberry. There's a product called Lux chocolate. The product failed. Okay, that was brown color one. People don't like those kind of. Okay, so they create new product lines. Okay. Now Signal has this Signal that what they call medical thing. I don't know what they call it. They have that. That's another way of going forward. Or you can do a market development. You can go to a new market with your existing. For example, you're selling in Sri Lanka, you can go to Maldives. Say you're only selling in Colombo, you can go to Anuradhapura, you can go to Montragala, you can go to new markets. Now, market comes in two forms. Please understand. Market can come in geographic. That means you're going to a new location per se. You can go to a new location selling. Or you can create your own market within the existing market. Example, like Levi's. Levi's is a denim manufacturer, or we call jeans manufacturer, and very popular. It's a very rough clothing. Jeans are very rough. In America, women also start wearing. There's nothing called women's jeans. So Levi's saw an opportunity in this. And man doesn't like, say, I buy one and my wife walks around, I won't like it. So what they did was they created a woman's jean. Levi's women, and they started selling. Actually, this was promoted not by Levi's, it was promoted by Calvin Klein. At that time, he used, I forgot her name, she was Cindy Crawford, I can't remember. CK at jeans, okay, hold on, I'll check. CK jeans ads. They used, I forgot her name. Kate Moss was there before that. Very famous lady. Who was this lady?
Sir, we can't hear you.
Yeah, hold on, I'm not talking.
Sorry.
I'm looking for her name, I forgot. They used this lady who was very popular actor at that time. She was very, very young, very, very beautiful. Okay, they used CK jeans. Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields, when she was 15, they used her. Okay, and she became extremely popular. Okay, and she's very beautiful at that time. Okay, with that ad, it was very very provocative ad campaign they ran, and says, why wear man's jean when we have a woman's jean? So they created a new market within the existing market. They didn't go geographically to a new place. They created the market within the segment of the same segment. They created a brand new segment within it by saying, why do you want to wear the man's jean when we have the woman's jean? Just go and study the history of that, the CK jeans history, you'll understand. And they sold millions of them. Eventually, Levi's had no choice but to move into ladies' jeans. Because Levi's was only manufacturing the men's jeans, So CK changed the whole world has changed upside down. So this is market development. You can develop new market by going to new markets or creating new markets within the existing markets. All right. Then finally, diversification. Diversification is another strategy. How you use it? You launch a new product and go to a new market. So you while you are manufacturing your existing product lines, you know that it's not selling anymore, or you want to. But these guys are doing right now. Unilever's what they are doing is they were never into water, and they and water product lines. They launched this Aqua Purite. They know future is all about selling filtered water. People want to drink in India. It's very, very popular. RO, they call RO systems. No, so very, very popular in India because the water is bad. In Sri Lanka, the water, most of the places, water is not good. So Unilever got into it, product called Aquapurite, and they are selling a lot of them. It's diversification. Once Kembalendra, the ex-Jonkeys chairman, said, "You diversify or you die." I still love that statement. If you do not diversify business, if you only survive with only one business, if that dies, you will also die. Or something can happen to that business, you will die. That's why today, after COVID, everyone believe they say we should have another line of income. Until that, people are not bothered. They had a job and they are very happy. Am I right or wrong? They were happy making whatever money with whatever this thing they were doing. But today they are thinking, oh God, I should have had another job or something side business. Most of them, that's how they become entrepreneurs. While they're working, they start a side business, and that becomes very popular. You leave the job, eventually you take over the small business, and that's how it should be also. Look at how Coca-Cola uses ANSOF metrics. Okay, so as an example, how they have done market penetration. They're using more adults in the commercials. They're using people above 35 because people above 35 are more worried about drinking Coca-Cola because they think it's not good for their health, and more you become older, the aging population, they are worried about their health. They think I'm going to die tomorrow. Why should I die with crooked kidney or elongated liver or something like that? They are very worried about it. Okay. So what Coke does is very, very smart. They use old people, and like a family, they're drinking. Even the grandfather is drinking Coca-Cola. By looking at it, the other old fellow Johnny thinks, "Ade, the bug is drinking. I also can drink." The irony is the fellow who smoked, the guy who came for this Marlboro cigarette ads, the most popular ad those days when we were small, when we were young. There's this fellow who looks at the desert, Mojave Desert, with on a horseback, has a Marlboro in his hand. What it says is, "I am tough." Because Mojave Desert, when you go in the middle, there's no food, nothing. Okay. And I can go with a cigarette. That's what he said. That's the idea they gave. So every American wants to become that Marlboro man. Go and type the Marlboro man in Google. You'll understand who this guy is. Eventually, he died of lung cancer. Okay, so that's the irony. Anyway, so this is what Coke is doing. They're showing old people can drink. I'm not saying against Coca-Cola. I'm saying this is what they're doing to increase their business. Older customers, they are giving price discounts. They do promotions. Okay? They are increasing their sales through all the fast food outlets. They go up and sign with all the fast food outlets. Any outlet that you see, Coca-Cola has signed. There's an example. You go to let's assume you go to a restaurant. Ask for a burger. Yeah, say Pepsi. Sorry, sir, Coke. Or you go to another place, Coke Pepsi. So Pepsi and Coke, they are fighting for all the fast food outlets rights, because then naturally you are forced to drink that product. If you go to, let's assume you go to Burger Hut, they serve Coca-Cola, so you are forced to drink Coca-Cola. Okay, they are strengthening the distribution network. Very, very powerful. How are they doing market development? Number one, they are putting great emphasis on. They are talking about geographic market. Okay, great emphasis on China. China was a very new market for Coca-Cola because usually China was anti-American, but now they are embraced Coca-Cola. China is one of the biggest customers for Coca-Cola. Eastern Europe, that is the bloc that you're talking, the earlier Czechoslovakia and Yugoslavia countries like the Serbia, Bosnia, Herzegovina, all these guys. They were anti-American. They were Russian, allied countries. Okay, so we call the communist countries. Okay, now they are all going for drinking Coca-Cola. It's a new market for them. South American market, the Brazils, the Argentinas, the Perus, all this, they are becoming extremely Coke-oriented. Middle East, Coke was there and they were chased out due to some alcohol issue. And now Coke is trying to establish themselves back in Middle East. It's a huge market. And Africa, naturally. Okay. Then Coke is launching a concept within, says market within their own market. They are launching that Coke concept. Who are they launching it to? These are the fellows who are after 40, they don't drink Coke. But they love Coke. They want to drink Coke, but they can't drink Coke because Coke has a lot of sugar in it. So Coke says, we don't have sugar in that Coke. That's the lie that they give you. It has the same amount of sugar. Anyway, it's only the taste is different. So they still want to have a Coke and they have a Coke, Diet Coke. So they are creating a new market for Diet Coke. So everyone can drink Coke. It's not a problem. They're changing the image of soda for children or for youngsters, actually youngsters, to a family drink. We look at all the new advertisement, Indian and Coke advertisement. They show family sitting together and drinking, including the parent. Okay, what they say is everywhere there's happiness, there should be Coca-Cola, and everyone should be drinking Coca-Cola. They are breaking that voodoo of people. Children should not drink Coke, and old fellows should not drink Coke. They're breaking that. That barrier is broken. Everyone can drink. As a family, you all enjoy Coca-Cola. How are they doing product development? They have lots of brands. They have every single letter other than X, A to Z. They have products. Do you know that? There are more than 400 brands and flavors with them. So they keep on launching new products, including Coca-Cola has water, the Bisleri or something else, I think Coca-Cola. Then they have Maza or some, I think one of those drink Maza or the other one. One of them is Coca-Cola. They have tea, not Coke tea. Yeah, it's a different brand they own. So you go to the Coca-Cola site, you'll understand the amount of product variations they have. They're using new containers. Remember, those days it was only 300 milliliter. Now they launched 180 milliliter buddy. Then they have mega 1000, 1.5, then 2 liter. Then they have come back to 500 ml. Then there's a 250 ml. Okay, nette ice palang vitarai. You understand? So they have basically everything. And how are they diversifying themselves? Coca-Cola is a water treatment company, meaning for 100 years they've been working with water. See, Coke is mainly a water-based product. So they test their water all the time. They keep on testing water as good water to make the right Coca-Cola. So they have become water experts. So today they are one of the biggest manufacturers of water treatment and conditioning plants. So they have a different business running around the world. Coca-Cola, but not with the Coca-Cola name, different brand name. They acquired Columbia Pictures. Why? For what? To give Coke for the actors? No. Or to show Coke? Yeah, they'll show Coke in all their movies, naturally. It's called subliminal advertising. They'll show Coke while you're running. There'll be a Coke board. Without you noticing, your brain will notice. It's called subliminal advertising. But more than that, tomorrow if Coca-Cola fails, they have another business running, picture business. They can make money. Coca-Cola has actually licensed a company for clothing. Not to make Coca-Cola trousers where you can go and lick the trouser. No, it's not like that. They are making a trouser clothing company, okay, with a different brand name, but owned by Coca-Cola. Why? Because you are not too sure about the future business. One day Coke business can die. And there's another business they already have in their hand. They can go ahead with. So in this thing, what are the risk levels? In answer, when you do, what is the best strategy? Ask what is the best strategy to move forward. Is it market penetration? Is it product development? Is it market development? Or is it what do you call diversification? If you look at market penetration, it's always low risk. Why? Because you are using the same product and the same market. You're not launching a new product or you're not going to a new market. So risk level is very low. The other two, going to a new market and launching a new product, has medium risk. The highest risk is diversification, because you are launching a new product and you are launching it to a new market. That can always fail. You have to be extremely careful of diversification, but at the same time, high risk means high return. Okay, I will stop here today. All right. So next week we can carry on with the market planning, and now I'm going to send you some. You all on chat? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I'm going to send you some documents, some case studies. I need you all to go through. Okay. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, next week we'll meet up. We'll finish the marketing plan, and we will discuss a little bit about case. See, when you're doing I think you have an assignment as the exam, right? Have you all? Have you all have been discussed how you're going to get your marks? You have an assignment, right?
At the end of the thing, I'm aware of. There's an assignment to do.
You have to get something, no? To get a diploma or whatever certification, you'll have an assignment, right? Okay, so now next week I think next week is my last class. Okay, next Wednesday. So once we do that, I will try to get an extra 1 hour from Salini. Okay, and maybe that will be a different day or maybe different timing. All right, or maybe next week extended time. Okay, I'll talk to her, teach you all how to do an assignment. Okay, I mean there's something that you're supposed to finish and report, no?
Yes.
Okay, so I will get that done. So most probably I'll talk to Salini now, and maybe she'll inform me in advance, so that means we can have a 3-hour class next week. We'll finish the marketing planning and maybe what are the basics that we'll finish, and I'll teach you how to do an assignment. Okay, understood? No one understood. Yes, no?
Yes, understood. Yeah.
Lovely. All right. So, all right, lovely. So, guys, thank you very much for being in the class, and hopefully that we'll meet next week. All right, and see how we can go forward. All right.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Good day. Have a nice day. Enjoy.